So Charles cheated on Lucille with her neighbor, cast iron skillet sharing, confidant, sat at the dinner table, ate your good food friend Mabel. And now Lucille is out here, entertaining Dr. Maurice, and y'all got a problem with it? Man, y'all, it's time for therapy session. So let's get into it.
Disclaimer, the information in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and EJ the TV Junkie is not a licensed therapist. These are fictional characters, and these are opinions which are subject to change if she feels that way, and depending on what happens in the show.
Now, therapy's in session. Go get 'em, EJ.
Okay, y'all, welcome to my new segment called TV Junkie Therapy Sessions, where I try to tackle some hardcore television issues, where I try to get down to the bottom of it. I try to resolve the issue, or at least get us on a path to understanding certain sides of the story. Is Lucille trash, and is she wrong for not accepting Charles's gestures of apologies and him trying to move on and fix the marriage and put the family back together and all that good stuff? Is she wrong? And the answer to the question is hell to the no, in my humble opinion, of course. But anyway, no, keeping it real seriously, like everybody keeps calling Lucille trash, saying that she's wrong. But at the end of the day, it is up to her if she wants to accept his apology. She did not break this marriage, okay? She is not the one who went out and cheated with the neighbor. She is not the one that was at the strip club with the neighbor. She is not the one who was given 2-3 pumps and a bump and trying to get some from the neighbor just because he hadn't had none in 3 weeks. Like, she is not the one that did all of this. So yes, it is up to him to try to put this back together, and it is up to him to try to fix this marriage. But it is her decision, and it is her choice if she wants to accept his grand gestures. Now, everybody want to be upset about the fact that, oh, she slept with him. Yes, I'll admit, that could give some mixed signals. But at the end of the day, this is a man that she has been with for a very long time. And y'all need to stop playing like Charles went out here just glistening and stuff, coming out all wet and stuff in his towel and all that stuff, trying to seduce her, trying to pull her in, trying to reel her in. Yes, okay. So she had a weak moment, but she had that weak moment with her technically still husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she went and had a weak moment with somebody else and was out there giving up the goods to somebody else like Charles was. That's not what happened. But I do get, I can be objective. I do get how that could be a little misleading, but y'all need to keep it real and stop acting like some of y'all ain't never double back to your baby mamas and your baby daddies and was out here, having some relations when y'all weren't together and had no intention of being back with them. You just needed to get what you needed to get right then, and that's what you did. So we gonna stop acting like that is not how that happens sometimes. Okay, don't do that. But anyway, y'all, now seriously though, like, I just don't understand why we keep saying that Lucille is trash just because she's finally trying to put herself first. Now, I will say this, okay? I'll say this, and this is probably the only thing that I really don't like about how the story is going. I don't like the fact that they're almost making it to where she's choosing between these two people, because that should not be what she's doing. She should not be choosing between two people. It should be her choosing herself. I would like to see the storyline go with her choosing herself versus her thinking that she in love with Dr. Montclair and stuff like that. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother therapy session that we probably need to unravel and really get into as well. But it'll just be too much to be trying to talk about all of that in this one little therapy session, because I mean, it's a lot. Okay, but anyway, but like I said, that would be the one thing that I would change as far as this storyline is concerned, because I feel like Lucille should be choosing herself at the end of the day. And I do not think that just because Charles is trying to make a change, just because Charles had an epiphany that he did something wrong, just because now he wants to be married, now he wants to, say, hey, I made a mistake and I want to move forward. that's nice and all. That's what he should do. That's what he should be doing if that's what he wants to do. If he wants to truly repair this marriage that he technically has broken. Because let's be real, if Charles never slept with Mabel, there's no way that we would be seeing Lucille out here with Dr. Montclair, Dr. Maurice, and y'all know it's the truth. But let me tell you one thing. One thing that I do know for sure is that if this had been in any way, form, or fashion the other way around, if Lucille had took her butt out there first and Dr. Montclair had popped up, we just gonna hypothetical this. If Dr. Montclair had popped up and it had been Lucille that got the two pumps, a hump and a bump, then all y'all would be saying that, oh, Lucille is trash and Charles should never take her back. But Charles did it, and now Lucille got to take him back. Stop playing with me. Stop. That is not the way this goes. If two people truly want to make it work, if that's what they want to do, then hey, I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, just because she is out here entertaining Dr. Montclair, just because she is out here going on some dates, she already told Charles they were separated. It's not her fault that they can't afford to really be like separated out of the house. It's not her fault that they can't afford that, right? Like, come on now. At the end of the day, Charles said this his house and he gonna stay here. What it really all come down to is Charles not trying to leave that house because he want to try to fix what has been broken. But at this point, you done let her get a little glimpse. You know what I'm saying? You done put a little rift in there to the point where now she thinking, is this what I really want? And then Dr. Montclair was just a convenient thing that just happened to happen, right? You know, I really truly think that Lucille would still be on the fence with Charles, even if Dr. Montclair wasn't in the picture. Do I think he needs to be in the picture? Hell no, because that's not the way that it really should be. You know, that's not the way that we should be basing our decisions on, and like I said, that's gonna be a whole nother session for just the Lucille talk and why she, that's a totally different session. But at the end of the day, sticking strictly to is Lucille wrong and is she actually trash the way some of y'all want her to be? No, she is not trash. She is somebody that has been hurt by her husband, by her friend. And now an old thing done popped back up and it's showing her a little something different, showing her a little something else. And now she intrigued and now she looking. And the only reason why she is looking at it or entertaining it is because her husband cheated on her. Let's not forget that this all started because Charles couldn't keep it in his pants. And just because he want to get out here and give some oohs, some ahs, and that old whack ass song that he gave, you know what I'm saying? But it was he whatever. I ain't gonna say it was whack, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. He tried, whatever. It was a great gesture. But that's all it is just gestures. Okay? That's it. And it does not mean that she has to forgive him and move on. And that is my other problem. My other problem is that everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, let me stop using absolutes. That is my other problem, that some people seem to believe that just because Charles apologizes, that means that now he has to be forgiven. Now she don't have a choice but to forgive him. Now she's trash if she don't forgive him. Now she's trash for being out here kissing on Dr. Montclair. Why Charles ain't trash for kissing on Mabel, old trifling self? Why Charles ain't trash for over there fixing Mabel's light bulbs and fixing her walls and fixing her old dried up walls as Lucille? That's Lucille words, y'all, not mine. Why is he not trash for all the stuff that he did, and why do we all of a sudden have a selective memory and want to forget all the things that Charles did, like he wasn't the one that started this mess? And just because she is finishing it and putting a period at the end of it, it is what it is. And now, some people want to be mad about it. Don't be mad about it. It is what it is. Like, okay. So in conclusion, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up because Y'all know I'll be up here going back and forth all week. And guess what? If Lucille do something crazy on the next episode and I don't agree with it, I'm going to say I don't agree with it. But I'm standing firmly on this right here. I don't think that Lucille has an obligation to forgive Charles for some shit that he did, for some shit that he broke up. That's his fault. She ain't got to forgive him. Like, we got to stop thinking that everybody deserves forgiveness. Like, we automatically, it's like, oh, Charles is a good dude and she should just forgive him and move on because this, and it's not about Dr. Montclair, y'all. It is not about whether he is a good guy or not. Don't nobody care if he good, if he bad, or any of that. Do I think that he got something else going on with him? Absolutely. Do I think that he probably not what he appears to be? Absolutely. But that's not the point. The point is that she had a right to make the decision if she want to be with Charles or not. Like, because if Dr. Montclair is out the picture, she's still probably not gonna want to be with Charles. We just assuming that she ain't got, like, everybody's assuming she ain't got no choices. Did y'all not see Lucille's shoulder? Did y'all not see her shoulder when Dr. Montclair pulled that doggone dress down when he, was being, y'all saw it. Okay, Lucille, did y'all not see Lucille been keeping that hair, them wigs on point? You know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all not see all of that? So Lucille is just not, like, y'all act like Lucille ain't hot. Y'all act like Lucille ain't to be desired, ain't to be wanted, and Charles is the only thing that she can get out here in these BMF streets. That is not the case. Stop playing with Lucille like that. Lucille say she can get a man if she want to get a man. Just like Charles went out here and did his 2 humps and a pump, Lucille can do the same thing if that's what she chooses to do. Now, I know. Listen, I'm still going. I said I was going to be done, but yet I'm still talking. My bad, y'all. I get passionate about this. But we in therapy, so that's what we supposed to be. We got to talk it out. So that's what therapy is for, is to talk it out. It is what it is. I personally don't think that Lucille is trash. I think that she is somebody that is in a state of trying to figure out who she is. Do I think that she needs to be trying to move on with somebody else? No, because I don't ever think that that is the answer to anything when you're going through a situation like what they going through. The answer is finding yourself and figuring out what's best for you and who you are and how you want to move forward with yourself, figuring out how you can be your best you. And it don't have to involve someone else in order for you to be your best you. How can you take care of you? And how can you be happy with you? Now, if she chose to go back to Charles, then that's her business. Like my girl Tab say, that's her business if she want to go back to Charles. But if she don't want to go back to Charles, that's her business too. If she want to be out here in these hotels with Dr. Montclair, that's her business too. But I will say this, she didn't give it up. She might have got a little finger action that night. That's what some people say. I don't know. I didn't catch it. I don't know if that's what actually happened. But what she didn't do in that hotel room was go all the way. Should she have had herself in that hotel room? She grown. She can do what she want to do. If that's what she wanted to do, go for it. But she stopped herself from the pleasure that she wanted because she thought about the fact that she was still married to Charles. And to me, that speaks volumes and that says a lot. And to me, that says that she's not trash, that she truly is on the cusp of not really knowing what it is that she wants and that she wants to be honest with Charles. And that's what she did. She went back and she was honest with Charles and she told him that she thinks she might be in love. Now, I thought that was a little crazy, and that's for a whole nother therapy session because, child, we not finna do that, Lucille. We not finna be out here being we not finna be out here jumping from one man to another man. Like, that's not what we need to do. We need to find some peace within ourselves and learn to love ourselves so that we can move on and be a better person for everybody and for the next man that you should encounter. you want to take that time for yourself. So I want to end with this because I am reminded of a word, y'all. Everybody's talking all this stuff about Lucille. Why won't y'all just let her live? I mean, she doesn't need your permission to make her own decisions. It's her prerogative, right? If she don't want to forgive Charles, if she don't want to move on with Charles, it's her prerogative. No one can tell her what to do. Tell me why shouldn't Lucille be able to live her life without all the things that people are saying? It's her prerogative, y'all. It's her prerogative and her choice if she decides to take Charles back, forgive him, and move on. But if she decides to continue to kiki and ha and do whatever she want to do with the doctor, then it is what it is. And she's not completely wrong for it. She didn't break it. So why should she have to be the one to try to fix it and put it back together? That's all I'm saying. So anyway, y'all, thank you for joining me on this week's TV Junkie therapy session. I hope you guys would join me next week where we're going to be diving into DR and SWA, talking a little bit about them. If you have not checked out DR from Detroit, it is an amazing television show. It is a BET Plus original. It is so good. Definitely check it out so that you can join in on the next therapy session as we dive into DR and SWA. I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, peace. Every time she look at that cast iron skillet, I guarantee you she think about Mabel. She can't even cook with a cast iron skillet no more, y'all, like without thinking about Mabel. So that's a problem. Like seriously, that is a real problem. She gonna have to get rid of all the cast iron skillets before she can probably even think about forgiving him. And you know, goodness doggone well, you cannot cook without a cast iron skillet. So how's she supposed to move on? Can somebody please tell me that? Like, since you got all the answers and stuff, like, tell me that.
Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, telling you it ain't what I thought. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, cause I don't really like what I got, so I changed it. Bit by bit, it's not ungrateful, just being helpful for me and you. Cause we gotta go our own way, gotta go our own way. Yeah. This was not a good stay, gotta go our own way. Cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new. Yeah, I gotta know when I let go, gotta know. Sometimes giving up can make it grow, can make it grow, can make it grow. I don't appreciate the chase. Now there's nothing here for me. I gotta go, I'll fly away to a new space.